Can't begin my day until I've had a Dickens cider.
There's nothing better than waking up to a good old Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves Dickens ciders. My sister came to stay with us for a month, and my husband couldn't go a day without the Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves a Dickens cider.
My mum loves a Dickens cider.
My sister loves to wake up in the morning with a Dickens cider.
I'm a bit young, but I would love to try a Dickens cider.
So there you have it. For over 150 years, Frederick von Dickens has developed a beverage that literally brings women to their knees. So fellas, for the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider.
All right. Welcome,
Love it.
Welcome to Double O Radio Show. As usual, it's a special guest and rapidly becoming a real good friend of Woe Entertainment in the house with us. We'll get him in just a second. Since you see us last, I know NFL started. Alan, how you feel about the NFL starting? You a fan or not?
Oh, I'm a fan. I'm a Chiefs fan. You know.
I'm a fan too, but I joined the fantasy football league and I'm doing quite well right now. I'm in second place, so excellent. We got a lot of things to cover today. We got a secret surprise guest coming in. Little show. The show's going a little long today. We're going to go past 2 hours about some charities and stuff going on. So we'll get those people later on. Is an Army Staff Sergeant, E6 for those of you who don't know what the hell that is. Alan Reed. Alan is the commander of American. Alan, welcome to the show, sir.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's not the first time we've had Alan. He's been on here before in different spots. He's a bit, but we're here for November 6th show. You all know what's coming. It's going to be at Tub Creek Event Center. So you can see and check it out. He's got he's going to be the guy doing a very important announcement on that. But here we go. Shout out to what Reality Becomes. Y'all know about Reality Becomes. You've heard about Warrior Fest before. Tub Creek Barbecue, providing a Tub Creek Event Center. Big shout out to those guys. Mixology's going to be playing that night too. Levi Garrison, Hamilton Brewery. Real good brewery. Try it. It's very good. You'll like it. His and Hers up there here in Cameron, Sports Gallery. Guys, we got some outstanding, like I said, Mixology's playing at 7. 10 o'clock Reality Becomes. The comedians, as follow. This is what we have right now. Sean Hill, very funny now. I don't know what you're waiting on. David Scott needs no introduction. Y'all know David Scott. Matter of fact, he's going to be in studio next week. David Scott's going to be here next week in studio, right? He's also going to run the sound. Richard Montano, The Godfather, Typhoon Panda, myself, and I believe Tater's coming. So we got raffles. You've seen the knives. We got a knife here in studio with us. Nice little pretty little sheath. Entry to get in. When you get in, you got a chance to buy some food. It's great barbecue provided by Tug Creek. And you get your drink. Now, leads me to the next point. Also during this show, besides the raffles and everything else, we're going to be giving away Veterans Barbecue, OVB, Charlie Pride Barbecue, Matt Brooks, Hot Boxing with Matt. They're a sponsor on this. They're going to be giving dinner to the veteran of this guy right here's choosing. Okay, let me get this off the screen now. Okay, he's going to pick one. He's going to let me know who it is. And November 6th, we're going to announce that guy or gal. Compliments OBD Barbecue. We're going to have him on before the show so he can show what helping out veterans giving back. We continue to give. That's what veterans do. We continue to give and give and give, and we don't ask anything for it. Yourself and come and laugh with us today. So we got Pimp's Pet coming up here a little bit, and that being said, Julie, thank you for coming in, Julie. Appreciate it. You being here. Matt Drummond, brother. You keep coming back. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. There, Miss Uniqueness. You see her every Tuesday and every Thursday right here on W Entertainment. Okay, right here on W Entertainment. She's the best part of Roy Anthony show. Roy sucks. Okay. Love you, Roy. Love you, Roy. Anyway, she's on there and she does a great job and tells her opinion, and that's the way it is. Anyway, welcome, ma'am. Thanks for joining in. Again, Alan Reed is in the house. Alan, November 6th, veteran. How does that feel for you guys to be involved with picking the veteran for this November 6th show?
Help a veteran in need. There's a lot of veterans out there that are hurting,
Yeah.
you know. And I mean, trust me.
That's right. Say that again.
Not all scars are visible.
That's right.
And that's just a fact. A lot of scars, and there's a lot of veterans that are crippled by those scars, and make their Thanksgiving a whole lot brighter this year. And it's a great pleasure to be able to have the honor of finding it. It's hard to pick just one out of that when you want to do all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. You know, it's hard, but we will do it, and they'll get blessed with a Thanksgiving dinner.
Again, and that's by OBB Barbecue. They've done this deal since the beginning. You and Justin worked this out long ago to do this, and we appreciate you coming. The idea that doesn't matter. It's a great thing. We're going to do this, and trying to find out where his logo is. I don't know if that's it. No, it's not it. That's silliness is what that is. Anyway, apologize for that. I had to get your logo on there. Veterans Barbecue. There it is right there. Operates Veterans Barbecue, the bottom of your screen here. He didn't blank. Last year at Warrior Fest, and Warrior Fest got canceled this year, so now we're doing this deal. But we will have Turnout Cameron. I don't have no problem having her Cameron if we have a good turnout. The problem with Cameron is they don't show out much. So I'm hoping people come in from surrounding areas and really help us out. You're here with us today, and you're glad, and we're all glad you're part of this deal. And if you guys remember, you met Alan sometime back
Years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been on the show with us, and we March of this year we did our very first annual, and we're gonna do it again. Last Comic Standing. Thank you, brother. Thank you. It was well put together. I thought it ran smooth and everything. Anyway, he donated American Legion building veterans, and he was involved in that. We appreciate that. He's even one of the guest judges, so he was involved in that. And I'm gonna start putting a list together. And so if you got entry dues, and then we had 2 rounds of competition. It worked out great. We picked a winner. And David Scott won it, and so he's back here. We'd like to have him on from time to time to share information. He's got a door when it comes to the VA and things they got. I know you got a stack. He's got a stack of information here that he can get from the VA. Some of y'all apologize, but this is some information that veterans need to understand today. And like I said, we got a lot of things going on, so let's get to it. I'm going to open the door to you, sir.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in and watching the program tonight. I won't take up a lot of your time on what I've got the VA system on some issues that concern Agent Orange and being service connected now. And I just want to kind of read this. This is coming straight out of the VFW and American Legion magazines that we give those organizations. So maybe some of you out there have already read this. Maybe some of you haven't. But anyway, I want to go over this out there. You may know of a veteran somewhere that might get some information from you that they don't know because they don't receive the member of the American Legion, so they don't know. And trust me, if you go into the VA system, they're not going to volunteer anything. You pretty much and say, hey, what about this? What about that? And,
Ain't that the truth?
and pin them in the corner, and there you go. You got them. Okay. So I know that had worked for, and one of the great things that happened under the Trump administration was for a lot of veterans to lighten the load in the VA hospitals. And I am one of those.
Not to mention, not to interrupt you, but
okay, community care through the VA system is I have my primary care doctor, and I'm a diabetic. So because of my condition with my diabetes, they have farmed me out. We call it an endocrinologist at North Kansas City Hospital at the Pavilion on the 12th floor. And he takes care of my diabetes. I don't go to the VA hospital medications, but I see a specialist and the VA pays for it. Nothing to me. Had cataract surgery on both of my eyes. I've now got 20/20 in my right, 20/25 in my left. When the VA optometrist doctor said that I was probably going to not. Okay, so I got new lenses.
hold on.
I probably would have if I'd stayed at the VA. Time out.
I told you, you're probably going to go blind.
That's what he told me for in my left eye.
And
so
it took somebody else to take your glasses.
Well, they farmed me out to an optometrist surgeon over in St. Joseph under the community care as well. He says, you've got cataracts real bad. So he says, we're going to do a surgery. So one week they did my right eye. The next week they did my left eye to get an injection in my eye just for the pressure with drops. But under community care and going out to eyes, I have cheater glasses I have to read up close, but I can take them off and I can got 20/20 in the right. Thank you, Jesus. That's all I can say. But no, the community care, and if you're in the VA system and you have a primary care doctor at the VA, request through your primary care doctor, I want to have community care service outside the VA for whatever you had. Contracted a bacteria infection that ate away my C2 and C3 vertebrae in my neck, on top of my C4 right back in here, compressed my spine, and I lost the use of my arms and my legs. They rushed me to took a MRI, realized what was wrong, and the VA rushed me into the emergency room, put a cervical collar on, give me an IV, and said, hey, you North Kansas City and St. Luke's, the first one that says they'll take you, that's where we're transferring you. And I wound up going to KU, 2 of them. While I was in there, they found cancer on my back, melanoma. Praise the Lord, it was in early stages. They got that, and my neck is repaired. I'm back to work, even though I was off for about 8 months. The VA paid for it all. I didn't pay, authorized it, paid it, let services there at KU. The wife did most of her. Don't know what I'd done without her, but she kept the ball rolling on that while I was going through my ordeal. And I'm up, I'm going. So ask your primary care doctor about getting community care for whatever you need. Doctor, it lightens the load in the VA system itself. I think it's great. I just hope it continues to last. Administration, you never know because it changes with each administration. So let's hope this one stays in place. But the first thing I wanted to share with you, the American Legion magazine just came in last month. It says, and I knew the American Legion was working on this. We've got bill to keep our benefits going, not only through the VFW, but the American Legion. And so they fight tooth and toenail. So it says American Legion Resolution number 93 calls for federal legislation extending connection and health care to veterans exposed to Agent Orange anywhere the top sprayed or stored. They've added stored to that. Used to be it was you got it on you that you were in an area where this Agent Orange was sprayed. Now it's to wherever it was stored, so it doesn't have to be on you, just as long as you were. So the American Legion started that with that resolution, and then in my VA, some of you may have read this already, but the VA is now processing new Agent Orange presumptive 3 more diseases on top of the 14 that we already had. And those are, let's see, let me get to them here. Bladder cancer, thyroidism, and boy, can't hardly read that one there. Getting the light rings. Goodness gracious. I went to bed young. I woke up old. I ain't figured out what happened. Parkinson's disease.
And for those of you who don't know what that is,
Yeah.
that's Muhammad Ali disease. That's what
Yeah.
Cassius had.
Yeah.
And if you can live a long time with it, it's a messed up damn disease. I mean,
Oh, it is. That is. I had a friend of mine that passed away with that Parkinson's. It was
Right.
wow. That was really rough. But here's a new one that this is under U.S. Army study that they've done. The Army study links also later on in life. So it didn't go into detail exactly how they've determined this. Later on in life, any veterans that were exposed to blast exposure that comes down with Parkinson's in there. So
nice.
yeah, but there's 17 things under the different diseases under there for cancer and other health issues. So now we got 3 more added to that list.
Nice. One of our listeners, holding over there. This is tomorrow for her.
This is tomorrow for her.
Yeah,
okay.
she's a great listener. We had her on last week, telling us about the COVID and Parkinson's.
Mm-hmm.
You figure, here's the deal about Parkinson's. I'm gonna shave the box.
Oh yeah.
And he boxed into his 40s. Okay, where he should have been. That's a different story. But the fact he was able to. So he Parkinson's. It took long enough to get him, but it just was. He's 70 something when he died.
Yeah.
Which is not old, but it really brought him down.
Oh, it's a very crippling disease, and
It is.
and it's not quick. Sometimes it's quick. Some started out real slow, and then it just went real quick. And I mean, it's like wow, like in about 4 to 6 months.
Out there, use this information you heard. Go get checked out.
Yeah.
Get checked out for everything.
Yeah.
And I know 6 months getting in there. I'm aware of that. I've had that myself. I'm what you call a 60-60 patient. All I gotta do is call them. They'll make me an appointment with a civilian doctor, and I get to choose who I want. That's any good, and I'm glad for that. Except when it comes to eyes, 2 things they don't know nothing about.
Right.
Either.
Yeah.
So they won't farm us out for that. But where can I get some of this literature that you come up with?
The only way you can come up with these VFW American Legion magazine, or if you've got a friend that's in there, borrow the magazines from him. But veterans organizations, I urge you to join and become part of it, because the more of us, strength is in numbers, are getting lower and lower. I mean, right now in Cameron, we've got 84 members. We got about the same amount in the VFW, but active members, which is those that can actually attend the meetings, we're about a handful with each organization.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it really puts the work, especially if there's anybody locally around here that is listening and tuned in, that lives in Cameron or the surrounding area. We need volunteers 12 times a year on the major holidays. We've got 6 flag routes plus the business route. We put out a little over 6, and I've been running 2 flag routes by myself all year this year. My route, which has about 38 flags on it. So, and it takes me about to 4 hours to pick them up. But if anybody out there is looking to help and would like to volunteer to do these, because the money that we put it back in the community,
Right.
And all of our volunteers, they help make this happen. We used to have enough active mission that we could do it ourselves. And now, if it wasn't for some of the organizations and the scouts here in Cameron, these flags wouldn't be out and wouldn't even make enough money to pay the utility bills for 6 months off what dues we take in. And
Right.
it's great, but we're able to give it all back to the out there, and they'd like to help or join. Please get a hold of me.
It's like this here. We don't, since this pandemic, any bill that comes up here, W Entertainment, comes out of our pockets.
Oh yeah.
All the hosts on here, we pay for the internet out of my pocket, because there's not enough donations to come in. We're just not doing enough comedy shows to really, I can go out of my own do comedy. And I kick some own personal money to keep everything running. We bought a new computer 6 months ago. That come off donations.
Yeah.
Thank God we got donations. If you haven't, tell us why you were talking about this one other time, one other show, and I remember, but I don't remember all the details. Tell us what happened. The transition. People were fresh out of the big war, and they had to have some camaraderie to go to, and now you just don't see the camaraderie. Tell us what your opinion is.
Well, I've been in the American Legion now. Just my card came in the other day, and I've got 20 on it. And I thought 20 years already. Well, when I came in, a lot of the World War II vets were in their 70s at that time. And I'm back over 20 years and watched a lot of the World War II veterans pass away, the Korean War veterans pass away, and now we're into the Vietnam veterans. Hey, I'm getting older as I sat here talking. So,
yeah, I mean,
so yeah, a lot of it has to do with fact that society and what's going on, the war on terrorism, veterans coming home, there is in helping veterans with their transition from military life into civilian life, helping them with their benefits and all that. And now there's patriotism of so many people in this country and so many different organizations that they're already lending all that assistance to before they ever are discharged and mustered out of the service. They've got that taken care of. But there's always something that comes up later on in life. But as veterans, we're continually giving to our communities. If it's not in the uniform and overseas, like a lot of us, it's in vicinity. And so we like to stay involved in the community, helping veterans that are in the community now, and others that are in a transition is going. And we still have our veteran service officers in both organizations to assist these veterans, helping them get benefits coming to them that may have been overlooked, awards, medals, things like that. that comes later on, whatever. So it's hard to really pinpoint any one particular thing why. I've talked to a lot of the time with work and family and, so forth and so on. And I can understand that. I relate to that because I was there once myself. There's a rollover coming, a transition. I think some of the younger veterans will later in life, when they get more established in their job and they get little organizations, but in the rural areas, it's really difficult. In the larger cities, they can maintain a large number of active all rural America. It's hard to keep active members going,
and that's tragic because you guys are a great organization. I prefer VFW and many American Legion. I mean, I was with Comedy Vets. We did a show at the American of this thing. Had a great outpour in a great show, rocked the house. Okay, I've had someone go over 5 people.
Yeah.
But we got to we have to support these organizations, because if they don't, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to miss the point. You mentioned rules several times.
Yeah.
There's something new about the rule that a lot of people, and I'm going to tell you something. I always thought this stat was included. If you would, please.
Yep. Let me find it here.
As he's looking at it, definitely on veteran suicide. We all suicide sucks, and the teenagers commit suicide every day, which is a terrible stat. Right now, it's 22 a day. But I've seen our dynamic, and now during the pandemic, that number could be 25 or more a day committing suicide. Until they give us a proper number, we're going to stay with. When we did those figures, they counted everybody, but apparently they don't count everybody. He's going to talk about the Vietnam veterans consisted of the most people committing suicide of all veterans. And why? You're almost there.
Yeah,
why kill yourself? Why not just live it out? But we try to make light of it, but it's a serious issue.
Yeah,
but, So, but you found some information. A select bunch of people wasn't being counted in the figures.
Exactly. And the VA was turning them away, and it made my heart good. I read this in the VFW magazine. Rural Veterans Mental Health Legislation Bill is now a law.
Hold on a second. They had to have a law for rural. Ain't rural part of America anyway?
Oh, well, that's what I always thought.
I mean, because when people, rural's always been, I don't understand why they got to have a special law when they should have already been accounted.
I don't.
I mean, I live in a rural area. Pretty good treatment.
If you think about it, soldiers, sailors, Marines, Air Force, whatever uniform you wore everywhere, but it'll surprise you that your largest number came from the Midwest. The rural. And so anyway, for whatever reason, and this was a new wrinkle in my brain. I knew you get a new wrinkle in your brain. I thought, dear Lord,
I got a lot of space.
I got
a lot of space.
Yeah. If it keeps wrinkling up, I'm gonna. But no, on a serious note, the Rural Veterans Mental Health Legislation Bill now a law. President Joe Biden and Congress approved law that it expands mental health services for veterans living in, called the Sergeant Ketchum Rural Veterans Mental Health Act. Apparently, having trouble with these PTSD, they said nothing wrong with you, not goes back home to his hometown in Iowa and commits suicide. On that, very sad.
Very sad. Yeah. He's a human being. I don't know where living in the country, living in the city has anything to do with it.
No.
sad thing. The hoot owls ripped the chickens. That's where I live. Okay, my neighbor, the closest person to me, he was an Army veteran. He kept having medical issues. You don't want to know. This particular day, he got a phone call. He got over cancer. Great news. They had another cancer for something different. And he was probably one of the greatest cabinet makers ever. He built cabinets for.
Oh, wow.
So
Awesome.
if you're doing that for the top man of the country, so what you want about Jimmy Carter? If you're doing that for the top man, you must know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing.
He was one of the greatest cabinet ever. One day he decided he had enough. He goes out, gets in his Chevy, wouldn't start. Battery was dead. That added more to it. He went in and sit down and wrote a note. He said, if my truck would start, I'm overwhelmed. I can't find any help.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, living right next door to man, I could have made him laugh. But he was at his wit's end and puts a 12-gauge shotgun slug under his chin.
Yeah.
Blows the top of his head off, goes to the right room. They're not doing well about it still to this day. And it's happened almost 12 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. You just never get over that.
He didn't have where, he just felt like he had nowhere to turn. He lived in a rural area. He was kind of an oddball. He thought, he didn't do well in them type of settings. What is, how he didn't fit in, but that's not my place to decide that. And he did that. And he lived in a rural area. Maybe there was a stigma that I did not know about. Yeah. And I really wish he would have contacted me.
The thing with SD and soldiers that are taking their lives is the fact that there's no two cases that are alike. So how can signs that you can pick up on, but they're all different.
Yes, they are.
And if you don't know tune in on when you're listening to them talk, you don't know that they're yelling for help.
Yeah, if they can scream where their voice does or not.
Right.
It's like, for example, take me for example. I got a lot of symptoms of someone that's suicide. I want to beat people up. I got a lot of anger-based stuff, and they were treating me as if I was suicidal. Every time I come in, but I put a hand on my shoulder. When's the last time you felt like committing suicide? I said, I don't feel like committing suicide. I feel like homicide.
Yeah.
I want to jerk people and just start. Oh, well, you got these symptoms. Kind of like you said, the symptoms overlap. You don't know. Finally, they got talking to me. And I got a little bit better. And then find out they were treating me for bipolar, which if I have any bipolar at all, it's my SD, which I was getting triggered all the time. When I started finally doing that, I started leveling off. I become a better person.
Yeah.
But the VA, veterans, we have a love-hate relationship with the VA.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times I want to slap them, times I want to thank them. Have they did some good for me? Yeah. I had.
Yeah.
They got rid of the MRSA in my foot, and I'm MRSA free. I haven't got any strands of it. There's none left, and that's been many years ago. Okay. They messed up my teeth, and I got a little lisp. Sometimes you hear air when I talk. Okay. I got the teeth, or things I don't really care about. But then it's like that. I don't appreciate that. Nothing to make me diabetic. So there's things they do and they don't do. And we want the people out there to continue going to the VA.
Yeah.
Go. And if they owe you, if you got benefits coming from them, guys, you're not going to get it the first time. Just you got to keep irritating them. They're like, you know what? This guy's got to come and just shut him up.
Just be a thorn in their side and don't give up. And I mean, and do a hat dance, on the doctor's chest, but you will get somebody's attention, and you will get something excellent with it for 35 years now.
Yeah.
And so, you learn and it's the game. So discouraged when you try to get into the system that you just throw your hands up and walk away. And that's not just the VA. That's everything federal, anything with the government.
That's
They
exactly.
yeah,
The state government, anything
doesn't matter.
You know, they don't care. That's the games they like to play. But if you're willing to have patience, guys,
Yeah,
and go through that crap, you'll get what you got coming. I mean, like I said, they made me diabetic. I'm pissed off about it. If I need something seriously, I go elsewhere. But you know, and they'll pick up the ticket for it. So
Yeah.
I'm a, you know, but I don't feel in Kansas. They go to Kansas City.
Mhm.
I don't know if you heard of this. They go in the parking lot. This guy got turned away. He went out and blew his head off in the parking lot.
Yeah.
He's taking a parking place.
You know, you don't know what is going to be the trigger that sets it off. Something small, you know, and it's just it's sad all the way around. But there's some conditions right here I want to throw out here real quick that this Sergeant Ketchum Act requires the VA to do. They have to do it. So it's something that they have been forced to do again for the veterans, which should have just come. Good. Baby Moses in a basket. What are we going to do? Okay. Make and report of health care needs for rural veterans. Okay. They've got to do that. Pop up all over everywhere now in the state of Missouri.
Yeah, to see
And
about
I
kids,
mean, yeah, and they've now got mobile that are traveling around,
Yeah.
and they have schedules to come in and take care of veterans' needs, whether you're in the system or not.
Yes.
Usually with your DD-214, they're going to take care of you with these mobile units. Oh, excuse me. Our patients' mental health care and residential programs, veterans out there. You know?
Yeah, we've touched on that on here a lot of times.
Oh, it's bad.
Sometimes they want to be though. When you get
Yeah,
talked
they
to,
do.
they want to be bothered. They don't want no services of any kind.
We got the Kansas City Rescue Mission, my wife and daughter and I, years ago, for
Right.
about 10, 11 years straight, patient basis. We would go down to the Kansas City Rescue Mission down to 17th and Cherry in Kansas City.
Right.
And about 90% of those people coming through there, you try and assist them or build a relationship with them, but there's no trust there.
Yeah,
They
no.
feel betrayed by the government. They've ran,
Yep.
and
they think you were sent
to sit there to
Yep.
trap them back again.
Yep.
So there's no thing to do is encourage them, pray for them, give them their meal, make them feel special, and then they go right back out and go to their little to be left alone. They don't want no help or anything.
Right.
And it's very, very seldom you will ever reach one of these people to get them out of this homeless condition and get them where they want, where they need to be, you know, and get them some help. A sad situation,
It
but
is.
you know, it's like the old saying that my dad used to tell me, and a lot of people heard it: you can lead a horse to water.
Hey,
Simple saying.
It's
You
true.
know, I mean, here's the help, but if they don't want it, you can't force it upon them. You know, that's you
right.
know, that's it. A cost savings analysis of the rural access network for growth. For information about this program, you can go to ruralhealth.va.gov. I'll say that again. Ruralhealth.va. You can get more information on that website over rural mental health. Please look into it. Read up on it. Watch out for your local veterans around. Try and pick up on some warning signs if you can. Help wherever you can. And I mean, we got to do our part. You know,
You're absolutely correct. Let me read what this one of our fans
Okay.
who happens to be at Australia. She said, I grew up around World War II veterans. Nothing was ever mentioned about PTSD, etc. Do you think maybe in order to they were affected and just handling things differently? I think so.
Yeah, I think I can give her. That's an awesome one.
It is.
They didn't call it PTSD. My dad started in 1942 in Sicily and went all the way to Berlin. Okay, out it, kept it to himself. When I volunteered to go into the army and got my orders to ship overseas, never talked about it. What's it like? He looked at me and he said, "There's nothing I can tell you that you won't learn in the first 30 seconds."
Yeah.
Right now, they called it shell
Shell
shock.
shock. Yes, that's what
They called it shell shock
or battle fatigue.
or battle fatigue.
Yeah.
It wasn't PTSD crawled off in a bottle. That's how he dealt with his
too.
shell shock,
Me
with that, and he did for years. Mom and dad to finally divorce about 1972 or so, or 73.
That's tragic, you know.
Yeah.
And had to go to separate ways because he was fighting demons. And understand, there wasn't a whole lot of help back in the day.
No.
That generation was get over your pants up, let's go.
Suck it up,
Suck it
tighten
up.
up your bootlaces, and move on.
And
you know?
also, back in that day, it was commonplace to come home from work for people to go home.
Yeah.
I don't like the domestic violence that happened with it, but that's one that day. Lots of, and also they worked a lot back in the day.
Oh,
they worked
yeah.
hard. They had all electronics the harder way, you know, shuck corn, for example. You had to do things by hand. You had to
Sure.
do things,
Yeah.
you know. So that occupy a lot of time. Technology, people got a lot of time.
Yeah.
What happens? They sit and think.
They think and they dwell on it.
And they dwell. And I know because
Yeah.
and like I said, you've heard me say that before. I can literally do 6 things at one time and not accomplish nothing.
Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
disease. It's bad. It's to keep me moving,
Yeah.
keep me flowing.
I will
you know.
I will say this, join a group, the FW. A dear friend of mine who passed away 2 years ago on the day before my birthday. He was 93, and he was a long lifetime member of the American Legion and the VFW. And I would sit down at the meet, and he'd come over to the house, and we would talk. Now, my wife would tell you if she was standing here 20 years ago, up screaming at the top of my lungs, and I was soaked. The sheets were soaked. We'd have nightmare from the past. And after I joined this organization, Ray took me under his wing, and he talked about the lighthearted stuff on his exploits through World War II.
Right.
And it got to him.
Right.
And shortly after that, just by being able to visit with other veterans, because nobody veteran, my nightmares got farther and farther between. It's probably been 18 months since I've had one. Away, it's still there in the back of my mind.
Right. It's a tool.
But it's a tool. But being able to sit down and to talk there was a movie line in that Clint Eastwood was in when he was a Marine. I can't remember the name of the movie now. But he looked at this. We ate the same dirt.
We chewed the same dirt. Yes.
That's all. That's very true.
That is absolutely
that
true.
was one of the truest. That was the only true remark in that movie that I
we teach each other being Army Marine.
Yeah.
But let somebody attack his country.
You bet. It don't matter what uniform we wore. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, don't come around kicking the ball around in my backyard because I don't like that.
Right. Served in different wars for different countries. None of them showed battle fatigue. Boy, good job on that.
Yeah.
Thank God it never happened and
Whew.
it's bad to show your feelings.
Yeah.
Men didn't want to show their feelings. Now it's okay. Like
Yeah.
see, me, I
Macho thing, you know.
right.
or
I
be
was
the-
I
be
was
the
an MMA
tough man.
fighter. You know, I
Yeah.
didn't need no help. But I was a raging alcoholic.
Yeah.
And my wife, you're losing your family. You need to go get some help, or I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I can't take it.
Exactly.
Now I never beat my wife up, but I was always beating other people up in the asshole. I'd speed, do whatever I want to do. It's funny. I know what they're going to tell me. I said, man, I don't want to go in there and know this because I think weak people have this. Well, PTSD. Some of your strongest people got the PTSD because of being strong, and I went and got checked.
Mhm.
They said you don't need to be drinking.
Yeah.
You got the wrong mentality to
Yeah,
be drinking. You're trained in martial arts.
Yeah.
You've bench pressed 300 pounds. And it helped me quite a bit. It had to come to grips with some things out in my childhood, and I just got everything out. But talking, they set me down. It was admitted to everybody. It was hard for me to admit this, and now I admit it. I was sexually molested when I was a kid. That's why I'm big. Ain't nobody gonna. I never got the help for that I wanted, and then I grew up with an outlaw family. Didn't get the help for that. Then went in the Marine Corps, and Marines do what they want. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And I thought I could handle it. I was in construction, man. I was making a lot of money. I was doing things because I could afford to buy it.
Yeah. There
And
you go.
So when my wife told me to go get help, I went and got help. And so Julie, whatever
Yes, thank
country
you
they were
for
in,
what
veterans love
God
veterans.
love you.
Yeah, veterans love veterans no matter what
Yeah.
country they were in.
You bet.
And
I'll tell you what, some of the best from Australia. I mean, those guys were they were funny. They were funny. Oh, boy, I'm telling
I'd
you
love to go
what.
to Australia. I really would.
I never was with them. Yeah, good group of guys. I love them. Yeah.
Yeah, I love all them veterans. I don't care. I'll all right, you hang around a little longer?
Oh, I think I can hang around a little bit and hear what you got to say before I have to take off.
All right, we're going to do it. All right, show me your fingers ready. This is for what you say. You're always welcome here. Well, I'll tell you, one of my goals on a comedy show, for a big event, travel all over Australia. I'd love to come to Australia. I've always wanted to go to Australia. I love Australia. And ever since I've seen Steve Irwin,
Yeah.
I was fascinated with the Tasmanian tiger, even though it's not from totally Australia, but that area, I just loved it, man. And then thank you for that. We appreciate it. All right, here we go. Get your fingers ready. Name the date. The American League. This is 20 entries because it's a two-part question. The date and place. Name. The date and place. 20 entries. What are you guys looking at? All right. Who's Christina Fox? Thank you for on your way. I think here in a little bit to come on up. You can come on up now if you want. Guys want to come up. If you just tune in, guys, we're here with Alan Reed with WO Entertainment again. Again.
Love being here.
Love being here.
Fun.
We'll try to get you some members. And we'll start off the show talking about November 6th. And there's going to be one veteran, one lucky veteran who's going to receive an all expenses paid for Thanksgiving dinner, okay, provided by Operation Veterans Barbecue. Okay, you've seen me advertise on here before. Right there's his logo. He's for the internet service that we got. That's one expense we don't have to pay for, thank God. So his next November 6th show. He's going to be down there. He's going to present, that gift in person. So, Cameron, Missouri, you still got time to reserve a room. There's plenty of rooms around here. One of you can stay with me. I don't give a shit. I don't live in Cameron from here, but there's plenty of hotels around here. They're never full. Never full.
A lot of room. Plenty of room.
A lot of permanent room, and they're not that high. They're coming out of Kansas City, but they got them a room because they don't want to drive back. Because I mean, this thing's coming from 5:30 p.m. till midnight. Just check out your favorite comedian, or come in, check out your favorite band. Maybe get in on some raffles, 50-50 raffle, bench raffle, knife raffle, buy some merch, whatever. But he's here with us today, and he's guaranteeing me he's in this fantastic opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I know Thanksgiving dinners can run out of pocket. You know, I got 11 grandkids, I got 4 kids, and then my wife, and then some in-laws come over. It ain't nothing. We drop a couple hundred
On the table this year at my house because my daughter's getting married the middle of November over here in Hamilton at the Pearl, and that venue over there. So Wyatt Ethington, and he's from here in Cameron, and so we're all thrilled to this. So our family is growing by one more, and kids are going to come along. But
I hope so. They're a blessing.
Oh, yeah.
They are absolute blessing. And I'll tell you, some of my greatest comedy has come from my grand.
Yeah.
So again, this is an adult one, so if you get offended, jump off. Right. My grandson came in the other day, and he was looking at me now. I said, "What's wrong with you?" Already, he's 4.
He's 4,
right?
But you know where he's going.
Yeah, I know where he's going. Right. He comes and look at me up now. I said, "I won't. What's wrong?" He goes, "You're a cat killer."
Cat killer.
Like, what? I don't kill no cat. Yes, you did. You killed Grandma's cat. You killed a talking about. I heard you say you're going to murder that pussy. I'm like,
what?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Out of the mouth of babes.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was just talking to my wife. You know, man and woman talk.
Yeah.
This little shit.
It's not supersonic hearing; it's selective hearing.
He said quite a bit.
Yeah.
This is the same kid that's into the kitchen. He's walking around with a broom handle, going, "Behold, right? Behold," getting his biblical on. He walks to the edge of the kitchen, 140. Obviously, she didn't get that from Dad, right? He goes, "Behold, bitch, make me a sandwich." He didn't learn none of that from me. None of that came from me. I thought my daughter, I seen 2 puffs of smoke come out of her ears. I thought she's going to beat his ass off his. So I took that part and put it in the joke. My wife's like, "You're not going to tell us." I said, "Bullshit. I'm telling it on stage." And that's I get a standing ovation when that's a long joke. People just die.
Yeah.
And people heard it before. They're like this. They're waiting on that part because they want.
Yeah, that's great.
So now when people see me, they go, "Hey."
Out of the mouth of babes.
Oh, he's something
you never
else.
know.
He's something else.
I
caught him one day out in his yard. He's making a boom boom room.
I've heard boom boom before.
I said, what the hell you know about a boom boom room? Man? Where'd you get boom boom room? He goes, "Off YouTube." How you get YouTube? Oh, yeah. SpongeBob. You need to get on SpongeBob. Let me see that. He's on adult YouTube, right? He hadn't got the boom boom room. I said, "What do you know about it?" Walk in the door. You got girls to the left, drinks to the right, and gambling straight ahead. And you're right. That's a boom boom.
That's a boom boom.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Boom boom.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with these kids these days, man?
Oh man.
Because I expect them to be, because I was off.
Genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's there. It's there. Yeah.
Guys, I'll go one more time. Give me the date and place that the first American Legion was established. If not, I'll give you all the answer, and I'll roll the entries over and on to the next time. The entry mystery box. So people donate and they put it in the box. And hi, Christy, how you doing? You should head this way if you're coming. We put things in, just random stuff. We put in this box. There's shirts in there. There's hats in there also, and we box it up and we give it to the winner. And we're going to announce who wins the mystery box, so they get entries. And whoever gets the most entries got better chances, better odds of winning. Right. Well, today's good chance because he's leading. This will be a good chance some of us get some entries. It only takes one to win. And whoever get it, I will. If you're at the show, I hand it to you. Come on in, Chris. And if you're not at the show, I'll mail it to you. Okay, so doesn't look like. Let me see. Let's see how many people we got. I got some people looking it up. All right. Anyway, we're here with Alan Reed. He's got a little bit of time left. He's about to wind down. He's got to go because he's got important shit to do. Besides, and he's going to be picking the name, and we'll have that name on November 6th. Some lucky veteran is going to win for Thanksgiving dinner.
We're going to bless somebody.
Yep, somebody's going to get blessed.
Yes, they are.
Guys, we took a lot. He covered, but one thing he covered: get involved with your local VFWs and American Legions. My next guest is locked out.
Oh, locked out?
Yeah,
yep.
Over there real quick.
Which door?
She should be standing out front of there. Should be at the back when you come in, right there. Join the VFW, American Legion. Show some support. Help put out flags. Help different things. Set up chairs and maybe a funeral. But how many funerals has he been into? Because when my grandfather died a year ago, FW's in here, they gave him a beautiful send off. They came and played taps, and I had my hat on, I saluted, and had the flag bearers. It was just a beautiful ceremony. So get involved with that stuff, and we'll get involved in that type of stuff, and I'll get his answer here in just a second. Hey, Alan, how many have you ever been, before you go, do you do any type of funeral or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. We have we've done flag presentations to family members, and it's always a great honor for a fellow brother or sister that's passed on. And
Right.
so, we even invested in the taps.
There you go.
So it's really good. We do the rifle salute detail,
Mhm.
the folding of the flag to the family member that it's going to be
cool.
presented to. Yeah.
That's cool. I was just telling the fans on here, my grandfather died last year in October.
Mm-hmm.
Or excuse me, in August, 3 years old.
Yeah.
He had cancer twice, pneumonia 4 times, aneurysms. He died because he wanted to die.
Yeah. You get tired of there last fall with my 2 spinal surgeries and cancer surgery. I was hurting and everything so bad. There was times I wanted to give up. Then I'd look, there we go. We're going to get out of this.
Julie, thank you very much.
Thank
you. Tell your friends we got a special guest coming up here in just a second. We're gonna go long today, so we're gonna enjoy it. Well, Alan Reed, appreciate you, brother, for coming in.
Hey, brother, anytime. Had a lot of fun. Okay, thanks for putting up with me this evening. Y'all are wonderful. Hey, there's a question you need to ask them in your trivia there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do they call it? A spinoff of the American Legion. You can
40 and 8, yeah. That's something don't say.
Huh?
40 and 8.
40 and 8.
Something don't say. Well, the answer to y'all's question before he leaves. It's 1919 in Paris, France.
Yep.
Paris, France. Brother, thank you very much.
You bet.
You got a lot. You got a lot of literature. We'll be in touch. We'll probably set up an independent show, maybe up at your building up there. So
okay. Well, listen. Once again, thanks for putting up with me. Appreciate y'all that tuned in tonight. I hope that the information I gave you will be helpful to somebody.
Yeah.
And looking forward to coming back on the show again.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Anytime. If you want to get a hold of Alan Reed and your local, just hit me up and I'll be happy to get you two in touch with each other. But So, the commander of American Legion, Post 33 in Cameron, Missouri. Next, we're waiting on, I don't know, hang on a second. The one half of the next guest is on the way. Again, November 6th is coming live, but if you're relying on my technical skills, we're in trouble. Okay, but we're going to try to get it live. But agents, VFWs, man, get to support these people because they're dying off. They really are. A lot of them, needed them after World War II. Video games, they got other things to do. I know a lot of what some VFWs are doing and what some in their meeting place. So people come in and have a few beers and stuff. I noticed that for some of the members could come in and then generate revenue that way. Also, stop by and have a drink. If you're allowed to come in and stop by and have a drink and share and get the word out there about the send out a rule people counts. That's great news. Now the rule, if you live in the country, you count. You should always count it. I don't know what the hell that kind of. Well, they need a stupid law, but I thought we was all freaking citizens. I mean, that baffled the shit out of me. Why the hell? I mean, I guess if I grab somebody, start choking him. He lives in the country, so he can't save people. If he's a citizen, we can help you. Shut up, idiots. And I'll say it again. You are not worthless. You are not worthless at all. Excuse me. If you fill in thousands upon thousands of places you can call, numbers out there you can call to get help. Any time of day, any time of night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can get help. I know anyone that shows Monday night, Tuesday, we get shows on Thursday, get shows on Friday, get Spreaker. I mean, a venue you want people to love on you and help you. Friday on Spreaker. Listen to music on there. We got different genres of music. People do they do R&B. I'm trying to think of the correct terminology. And so yeah, they help you on there. Roy Anthony, Athen, Jennifer, myself, we all do that. Spreaker, take care of that. We got a show on Saturday, and we got more coming. We got more people want to sign up, want to do shows on our W Entertainment, and that's great. That's outstanding. So Nation's one of our partners, one of our friends. We do a lot with BB Nation, and they use us and do things with us too. Give money. They're like big brothers to us. And, big shout out to them. Some people over to George, some people like that. Big shout out to you guys too. We've I watch you guys' show. There's a lot of things going on. Look them up. Look them up. You get all kind of things. Just don't slide that wrister. And I'm waiting on the guests to show up. So right now we're going to get into Pimps Pets. This is your Pimps Pets for the day. Let me go over here and let's go. This is a woolly mammoth. Now I'm not going to read much to you today. I just want to tell you. Normally, Pimps Pets, I try to stay something more modern. More this century, whatever. Dinosaurs, I'll never have a dinosaur on here because I just don't believe in like T-Rex. T-Rex's arms are useless. Why would he have arms like that? Can't scream himself. There's no reason for it. I don't believe that half of those dinosaurs are real, put together right. Not saying scientists are, purposely weird to me. I don't think those things are what we have to rely on this. Now, the Ice Age, however, I'm leaning more toward that. Really, those animals are really real, and the reason I said because they found a frozen woolly mammoth, still with a hair on it, frozen, underground. It was, one, but several. So they did exist. They are the prelude to the modern elephant. If you look on here, look, they're incredible. Look at that. Look at the mass of them bones. They're very, very thick, very thick bone. Some say that the ancient man, that was their favorite thing. The mammoth, the whole village, the whole tribe is set. But there's just a second. If you guys can come on over here after this segment, there's two chairs over there. One I want information. But as we're getting our guests in place here, we'll finish up the look at the baby one right there. You got a baby woolly mammoth right there. I tend to believe more than I do regular dinosaurs. I don't know why. I just don't believe in regular dinosaurs. And so there's your Pimp's pet for the day. Again, we're gonna go a little long with the show today, guys. So bear with us. We got some slide on over, brother. Slide on over. Yeah. We're gonna get okay. Let me set this up. I got a phone call a couple days ago. No, actually a week ago, but I'm mentally behind because I'm stupid. Legation, or I would have went. But they wanted me to come and set up a booth and get the word about suicide prevention. But coming for you to look at, they're not just suicide amongst veterans. They're suicide all suicide, and it's a terrible, terrible stat. I know, and it's just off the charts, and it's just terrible. Now, this gentleman here, I know his niece who was, me keep my composure. His niece that was killed trying to be family friendly here. Anyway, we put on a show for them and had a great time. And this lady back here, she's hiding. She come on camera. The lead singer, Rosenbridge KC, she's in the house, and she's going to be. They're going to be performing. I'm going to let them tell you all that. I'm going to shut my pipe. Just here. There's a chair back here. You can grab it too. So without any further ado, because this is very important, I'm going to turn the microphone over. Let's slide it. You got people watching you. Introduce yourself and tell them what it's about. The floor is yours.
Ladies first. Hi, Christina Fox here. We've definitely performed with these guys before on many occasions, doing a tribute to the veterans. So I'm glad to be.
Awesome. So this is Tristan Eldridge speaking here. Appreciate you both, Richie, Christina, both being here. It's an honor. Those that are listening. 2019, 47,000 have died from suicide. That's not counting the one suicide. This is dear and precious to my heart. So for all people of walks, faith and the unfaithful, spiritual, not spiritual, law enforcement, law enforcement, uniforms, whatnot. Oh, sorry.
No, so we do.
This is a chance to make an impact in our community and outside our communities. I think you understand that I've had more support outside the communities, not just here in Cameron. So now just by a flyer, just talking about it, someone has been affected some way. Somehow gathering on this on Sunday. A good friend Christina here, she has decided to just sing her heart out for you guys to be there, whether it's just getting some water, pull up a chair, taking a lap. We got vendors coming out. 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. is the time. It's going to be Sunday the 19th out here at the Cameron in football, track and field. As just to be supportive for a friend, bring a friend. You know, any way, just even if you want to volunteer, to be someone's word. You know, it's not many people want to vocalize how they're feeling. We're going to be the light of Christ, and we're gonna make a difference. Thank you, Richie.
Excellent. Now,
we've counted about 7 vendors coming out.
wow. Okay. And you got one band performing?
Yes, sir. 300-mile radius.
Hey, they've been to several Warrior Fests of mine. They played a butt off. Tell us more about what's going on. I know you're raising money for suicide prevention, but tell us how to get a hold of you, what we need to do. And
some people are spiritually driven and some people are money driven. You know, I've got plenty of people asking for money. I encourage just for you guys to be present. We could not have this event if it wasn't for you guys showing up and being participants. Here at the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention website or the hotline, the resources, Crystal Youngs 0807. Myself is Tristan Eldridge at 816-724-4416. Honestly, I know people want to talk about resources, and that's fine, but in that hour, you know, so I think this is where we're trying to understand is that we're making ourselves available. It starts just by a phone call to our friend, and we are the love and compassion that will be the impact that changes the world, and that's what we're doing.
Is there still enough time, and how do they get a hold of whoever?
Yes, the day of, you can show up and you can register. And that will be with $50 to $150. If you raise, you can get a free T-shirt. So you can start your own teams. Honestly, at this point, it have little action teams. We perform to raise money. So if your goal is 150, you automatically get a T-shirt list. But you can raise up to $5,000, $10,000. The goals are unlimited. So I mean, sure, but you know, again, I'm spiritually driven, so you know, you can't love God and money at the same time. So here, I mean, people are wanting a
one helps the other, though.
Yes, right.
One helps the other, depending on how you do it. I mean, if you, but you don't want to pray for the money.
That's right.
That just, it doesn't seem to ever work, you know. Well, you know, vets, we're all the time raising money for veterans, suicide prevention. We've seen firsthand a lot of us had kill themselves in a variety of weird ways. So it kind of hits home here. There's not a sick on this network. They've all seen it and lived it. So it's a very near and dear thing. A lot, you know, Virginia, Kentucky, Texas, Missouri, Kansas, California. Fred, is this something you're going to just have a one-time thing and part two and try to go out and maybe, you know, because suicide has no bounds.
Absolutely.
It has no limits. Sadly.
So with the Out of the Darkness Walk with suicide awareness, they have one in North Kansas City. Once in a while, I'm not quite sure their location, but this is our second year doing this, and
Okay.
with your guys' support, man, why would you not want to come back and hear that again? You know what I'm saying? What and do I again appreciate you having us.
So last minute notes, because
You're godson. You're godson.
we book a minimum of 30 days before we do anything.
You're doing great, brother. we're going to continue. We're going, and as long as we have volunteers and we got people saying yes, because I mean, again, God didn't call it qualified; He called it available. If people are saying,
right, and then it's a huge responsibility, but at the same time, it's so giving somebody the tools that they can help themselves is the best way to do it, whether it's through food, whether it's through I mean, first of all, God didn't put me here to sing because I can impersonate a singer. I do a lot of impressions. I do 17 different impressions. Not one of a singer. I do Sean Connery's voice, Donald Trump, I can do Red Fox. I can do all kind of these different voices, but no, I can't.
bless you with good luck.
Pounds can move. That's my. I can move. That's my. I got to live. But I'm getting old. I'm getting old.
After his medicine,
It's a nice family-friendly jokes, and I tell adult jokes.
you know, because I mean, given the tools, let's face it, not everybody has the finance.
No, they
don't want to talk about this. I mean, it's like you said, it's a simple greeting by walking through Walmart and saying, "Hey, have a blessed day."
One lot lately is I greet everybody as brother. Okay,
Personal.
and I do women the same way. Call them brother. This ain't training the way, but I'll work on that. I promise. But say brother, and a lot of people get offended by everybody, brother, whether you're a veteran or not. One, because veterans call each other brothers, and two, if you look at it from a religious standpoint, we're all brothers in Christ. I do know about the Bible. I got a Bible. I got to blow the dust off it, but I have read the thing.
Talking the whole time about the God.
But we're all brothers in Christ, and we all strive basically for the same things. Some people take different routes to getting, and suicide is just it's there's many causes of it. I'll share a story with you. My neighbor, again, by the way, let me know if you're still there and still listening, guys. Just say hello or something so I can see you. I was talking. I can see you guys. No, right there. Yeah. My neighbor, who was an extraordinary cabinet maker, he can make cabinet perfect, and he made cabinets for Jimmy Carter. Okay, when he was president. So that's how skilled this man was. Right. Moved down the road, we bought his whole house, and he was a veteran, Army veteran, but he's just an old guy. He was. He looked all good dude, and he kept getting these things in the mail from his medical doctor. Like, look, you got this wrong with you now. You got this, and he battled through another illness, and he just got tired. One day he got a phone call that said, "Hey, look, when you beat cancer." It was his 10th time. He's had pneumonia, he's had aneurysms, he's had all kinds of things, and he was beating him. He was winning. Down to 270 pounds. When you're 400, that's a lot of weight. You know, maybe now I wish I was 270, but he built these beautiful cabinets, and he was still building cabinets for people. But one day, he got out. He got off the phone and pick up the white Chevrolet truck. I remember it well because he used to go down by the road all the time, and it wouldn't start. The battery's dead. At that point, I think he was going to get in and drive somewhere and either do it away from the house, his wife couldn't find, or maybe go reassess the situation and come back. But his house, and he writes a suicide letter. Takes a 12-gauge shotgun with a slug, puts beneath his chin, and ends his life. I went to the mailbox and I heard a big boom. That's what he's 500 yards from my house. Okay, maybe not. Hunting club on over the hill. Didn't know, but I'm very being part Native American. I sense a lot of things. I just knew something wasn't right. This cargo by it was hospice care. It wasn't real hospice, but it's not hospice. But it's medical people come and check on him, see how he's doing it, and they leave. For long, I thought that's unusual. She come back and she was just frantic. She was just like this talking. Talking to the driver, sitting sideways, and it just. you know. So, wife and I went to St. Joe, and the neighbor called me and said, "Sheriff's out by your house." That's what you do, okay? And they're like, "No, it ain't the boys." And he said, "Johnny shot himself," and I felt kind of bad because that bang I heard was him in his life. You know, he's having that much trouble, and I didn't. And we were neighbors. We were. I mean, we were close as close could be. You know, I never knew. Hell, I'd have told him jokes. I'd have helped him, whatever. You know, I'd have talked him out of it. I don't know what I would have said, but that's what you do. You start talking, and
Just
he did.
Available, making the time, conversation.
And it was bad. His boys, his wife hadn't got over it, and the damn sheriff knows where I live now. Prick. He drove by, stopped, backed up. Goes, "No, I know where you live." Like, no, you don't. I'm moving. We're not even all that, but just start talking. And all the suicides I've seen, people in parking lots run out in front of vehicles and got hit. She wasn't a veteran, but she still. I've seen a lot of it, and they thought for a long time that I was suicidal. I was homicidal, which is it's the same emotions, but it's a catalyst to how you deal with them. Okay, look, I'm not want to commit suicide, you stupid son of a. And start going. I was like, I'm fixing to snap your damn neck. Right. Oh, okay. Well, after about 9 visits, you four on. So they finally like, well, this guy, yeah.
You know, we're smart. I can't make him drink it.
Yeah, and so I finally got him. We all hold out where I can actually live productively. And I suffer from racing mind syndrome. PTSD is really driving. Racing mind syndrome. I can think of 6 things at one time. Literally every detail, everything you want, but I'll not remember it, and I never come until like 3 days from now. Then I tell you everything I did. I tell you everything I did 3 years ago.
Wife, that honey-do list is never going to get done.
Yeah.
It's my work week.
It's a God's wonder. I'm even a comedian.
Yeah.
You know, but I just keep practicing. And I'm naturally a funny man, so you know.
Funny looking.
But I just want a wife. She's happy with it. She took one for the team. So, but I keep practicing to become muscle memory. It's got a cheat sheet, you know. Don't judge me, but
I've been looking at it.
One of the big signs that people don't think of is usually it's thinking about it and they're talking about their emotions. Typically, that's a good sign that they're not really going to commit to it.
Absolutely.
Some kind of support or feedback just to keep their mind going, to persuade them not to. But it's when they stop talking. Sudden, I'm having a bad day. Every day goes to I'm fine.
There's different stages. What you're talking about, If they're talking, they're wanting help, and we need to listen to them. Okay, but that's the stage. They're still safe in that stage. Okay, that's the stage you can bring them out of them. That's a lot harder stage because they've already given up. Okay, and here's some of the signs you look for. First of all, always an outgoing person. They're in the crowd and they start hanging back. That's one of the major signs right there. They start hanging back. Just start giving their stuff away that they would never give away. That's awesome. That's a real sign. They're like, "What? Hey, come here. What's wrong?" Some things to avoid. If you got mental issues, and a lot of them, unfortunately, comes from mental issues. There's certainly, if you guys know this part or not, and you might cover it here in a second. But one of the things you don't want to do, you don't want to paint any color in your house a drab color like gray. According to all the stats and data that when they tell us to put this information out, gray is, if you start painting your house gray is just a drab doesn't prison, because that color they let them know, or in jail. In jail, not so much prison. Jail is you're not in prison. You wait, and you could be innocent. You seem overwhelmed. And pretty. You might get off the charge. You don't know, but but they can't take it on them. There's no family around, and they proved it that it's the gray. So avoid.
Reason is because they have no control, that
Right.
lack of control, and that can send a person to a downward
Yes,
spiral.
yes,
And,
that's one.
and that can mind, guys. Like, it's we're going through trials and tribulations that are unknown, and the triggers are just just know you guys matter. I don't know what you're going through.
That's right.
And I don't need to know, but I know that we would not be doing it. Needs to hear this, but you do matter, and that's what we're doing with the awareness. I mean,
only thing I'd say about that, I'm going to show you matter. Except there's one group people don't matter. That's child molesters. They can hang themselves. We don't like the people. That's on those.
that disease.
But normally they ain't the ones killing.
Doing the world a favor.
Yeah, they're the group of people that's not killing themselves. That baffles me. You know, I mean,
Do you do like a news practice?
hey, Jeffrey Epstein didn't hang himself. Okay, Jeffrey Epstein didn't hang himself. That's all I'm saying. But,
and this serving our enemies, praying for our enemies too. So we're not the persecutioners, and we're not here to play judge, but you know whoever they are and what they're dealing with. It's not only mental illness and disease, bad decisions, whatever is provoking. Just understand there's so many stigmas of situations out here that we have no understanding, and it's beyond on our capability to understand.
Even your doctors don't even know. Right. You know, they would treat me for the longest time for bipolar and not PTSD. Wow. Yeah, because one thing another person can do who's got mental issues, who's seeing a psychiatrist and things like that, is if you're prescribed medication, when you miss doses, it takes 3 days for your body to get acclimatized to back on rhythm again. So that's 3 days of, he-ho. Oh,
that's huge.
Take medication.
You know, alcoholics that are actually allergic to alcohol when they're on bipolar medicine, So
I'm Native American alcoholic for years.
Is she going to sing today? I was just kind of wondering that since we're sitting here.
Well, before we do that, in a show that we got coming up, and of course you're invited to it also.
Where's your flyer? Is that partner?
Right there. I can ready for it. I'm gonna give you all the word again. I know I pimp this out a lot, and I'm gonna continue because it's one of our big things. Our Warrior Fest, the COVID scare and all that, but we're having a comedy bash. We're gonna have 2 bands playing tonight. Mixology at 7, 10 o'clock. Reality Becomes here in Cameron, Missouri. $5 entry fee. It starts at 5:30, ends at midnight. Now you don't have to stay the whole time. Right now, your list of comedians is as follows. And this is not the order. This is just who they are. You got Sean Hill. This lady's, yes. In the same sentence. Okay.
Who does that?
She does. And she's very, him and Jesus performed together. He's sold. Okay. But he won the our tournament we had at the beginning of the year, the last man standing comedy, great friend of mine, Jeff Onyx, founder of Comedy Vets, my friend. He's going to be running the sound. He's already checking it over here, getting no jokes. Okay, Richard Montano, the Godfather of comedy. We gave him an Italian name, but he's Mexican. Yep, it's funny. But anyway, he needs no introduction. Real good friend of mine. My brother in arms, Typhoon Panda. He's been all over Kansas City. Myself, I'm gonna be on there performing. Tater might show up. Y'all remember? I don't know. You remember Tater? I don't know if you remember Tater. We got that going on. Okay, we got sponsorship coming from Tub Creek, obviously sponsored it. Levi Garrison. You got to pay once you get in. You pay $5 to get in, and you got to buy these things when you get in. But it's $5 to get in for all day. Webfoot Forge. All the money goes to the PTSD. We got, like I said, Reality Becomes playing mixology, his and hers. Sport with our logo on it. So we got very good people doing that. But you see this flyer. There's a reason I put this flyer up because I'm always you've been to a bunch of our shows already. One thing we do when we're entertainment or comedy bit. So I want to invite you to come down and sing the national anthem on that day if we would come.
Yeah, for sure.
There you go. She's going to sing the national anthem.
You're a salesman.
We start at 5:30.
Start 5:30.
Yeah.
Is that a Saturday?
Yeah.
Now I'll double. I will have to say I have to double confirm with the guitar elf of the band to make sure we don't have a gig performing on the 11th, but not the 6th. So I think we should be good.
Nice. Okay. Well, there you go. Come down and sing the national anthem. And you can hang no difference, but we're going to start at 5:30 for national anthem, 6 o'clock. Committee goes on stage because between 5:30 and 6, we got a special thing of dinner, free of charge to a veteran in need. To a veteran in need, all their Thanksgiving dinners going to be paid for. Male fish struggling, and it ain't hard to do. I mean, I know I got a giant family, and I drop $200 some a year during Thanksgiving, so it gets have electric going on. Well, this one meal, we're going to take care of you guys on that. Compliments of Operations Veterans Barbecue on Hot Boxing with Matt. He gives you barbecue tips, talks about things. Outstanding individual. Tune in Monday Night Herald. There you go, guys. Took care of some of the legal crap. I call it crap. Y'all know me. I know about it. There you go. We just got a donation right there. Right there, we got a donation. It will be put into the donation and wrote down for the book. So none of my business, but got to keep it all legal up front. So there you go. And it's gonna be a mystery box before you leave. It's kind of a big deal on here. We give away interest in the mystery box. We did every Warrior Fest, but the time you got there was gone there. It's going to be a great time. You don't want to miss out. We have confirmed right now that Rosenbridge KC is going to be singing the national anthem. If you don't look her up online, Rosenbridge KC, she can sing her butt off.
This Sunday, we'll be performing.
Yes.
A lot of Journey, a lot of Eagles, some Led Zeppelin. We've got some Fleetwood Mac. I mean, definitely enjoy and definitely like to jam out too.
There you go. And you heard it, man. She can sing a phone book. Okay, she can sing the phone book. Except maybe get me some Bo Cephas up in there. But
Rob's, he's pretty mean on the guitar.
He's I know him too. They're good people. So there you guys have it. An important cause. You don't want to miss it. It's coming. I know it's short notice. I know how we like to nip it up, but it's last minute, guys. We need your help. We got a pandemic in this country, a real pandemic, not this virus crap. It's bad. I've experienced my fair share more than anybody. I know people out there. One of the founders of this organization, Justice Snodgrass, he's a 2-time suicide survivor. The Great Spirit let him, let him live, and introduced him to me, and we went on there. Now I own network, and he's, if it wasn't been for fans, he'd have committed suicide too. So, guys, if you see someone who secretly cried on where she's on there, give them help.
Reaching 90%, according to this. This is the proclamation that have a diagnosable, treatable mental health condition.
Yeah, you hear that? You guys hear that? I'll tell you, I don't know if you're familiar with these 3 initials. CTE. A lot of your sports people have this head trauma. I probably got it. Like MMA fighters, I fought in MMA for 20 years. I played football. So I don't know if you guys ever knew the linebacker that played for the Chargers named Junior Seau. He had it. He committed suicide. You wouldn't have thought he dealt with his problems when they come up. His wife had no indication at all. Wife came in and said they did an autopsy on his brain, and he had CTE when you're alive. The sad thing is, okay, and that's funny the way they say it. It's not curable while you're alive. So you mean you can cure it? It's too late. But it's inside the stem of your brain. It's in there. I can't say the damn technical words because it's CT. But if you look it up, it's like chronic wasting disease in deer. I know all about deer. I can tell you about deer, but other things besides that one. But I want to cover that with you, and I want you to look that up. A lot of people don't know that, and the only way they could tell that is that abuse. A lot of suicide that we come across. I wouldn't say a lot, but who was abused had a lot of headshots. Maybe they had a condition that couldn't have been helped. Maybe ease the path a little bit for them. Some laughter to make them laugh. Something. The thing I'm getting at, we don't know.
We don't know the cost of getting the treatment that people don't have.
Can't afford it.
Right, can't afford it. What do they use as a crutch? Is a substance.
So I fight demons.
That's another dark road.
Yeah, we veterans call it fighting your demons. That's how we fight our demons. They're making great cures or great strides. They're making great strides in the medical marijuana field now, and I've talked to a lot of religious people who high up in the church, and you'd be shocked at some of their answers. They said, "Look, if it's people, the church backs that. They're all for it because they've seen it
given to us. I mean, God literally said that He's provided. Oh, that includes marijuana.
Right.
I mean, He didn't say there's any stipulations of how you use what He created.
Right. So, well, you could overuse it, like alcohol. You don't abuse it. Now, alcohol's got some medical effects too. Alcohol flush your kidneys out. It's overuse of it. Eating, we got to eat. Overeat without the THC, without the component getting high. If you use it for medical, it's fine. If people start using just get high, and that's why do what you want. But the medical marijuana, they got them now. They got them broke down now where they can for joint pain, for memory.
Right.
I might need to get that. Cutting it down where there's so many. They've had people that got oil. They've had a gentleman who was paralyzed for 22 years. He rubbed oil on him and got him walk. That, but still, the fact he did it. So they're making great strides in it. But there's things like that. I don't really trust Big Pharma. I don't, because what they tell you, they can tell you one thing. They can tell you it's good for you. Then they go, but the side effects are leaking nose, anal seepage. First of all, anal seepage, that's bath. That's no anal seepage. I don't want nothing to do with anal seepage.
Well, what it does is it leads you to take another.
Which brings us into this pandemic, the man-made pandemic. Which that's not lying. It is. Suicide has risen, and just the veteran suicide. They used to have us clocked at 22, which is ignorant because we're only a tenth of the population, right? But now they're saying, according to the pandemic, according to something, it's went to 20 a day. That don't seem like a lot, but at the end of the year, imagine losing towns like Savannah, Missouri.
Gentleman died parents due to COVID, suicide related.
Yeah, you know why? Because you can't get out. We can't get out. People can't laugh. It's bad.
Like with the veterans, I mean, everything that they literally put their life on the line and fought for in our country, for our eyes will be being deteriorated with all the politics, and whether you're left side, the right side, doesn't matter. There's just so much negativity going on, and it just seems that like everything they did for us, It's almost like
You
for
got
what?
it.
30 days. You'll be surprised
Oh,
how high,
I'm so
just in
sorry.
30 days it went up, because it's starting to mellow off now, thank God. But the Afghanistan, the way the president
Yeah.
screwed up the way, I'm not arguing we should have stayed, should have gone. He pulled out,
Right.
which
Like
is
the last
totally
20
wrong.
Years was for what?
And us veterans, we got a real problem the way he pulled out. He left the civilians, left all our equipment, but he pulled us fast. We get the civilians out, all equipment out, all this crap. And then we step out, we're gone. He didn't do that. So a lot of our veterans had a problem with it. So you've seen that go up a little bit, and it's coming back down. It's mellow. It's funny, but
you know, the simple anxiety walking into a place. You know, I didn't think twice, not even once. Walking here, was I vaccinated? Wearing a mask? Are they going to freak out? Am I going to be? The fear is a liar. Okay, I will tell you that, and it is a root of major things. We have got to, and
we do.
we have to stop living in fear. We've got to stay in the light.
Well, let me correct you on something. Fear is a good thing. Fear keep you alive. Scared to get you killed.
That's good, brother.
Because if you're scared, you hesitate, and then you know fear. Like I finally flew after 20 some years. I finally got on a plane, flew to Oregon, did a comedy show. I get up on. I used to be a roofer. Figure that out.
Wow.
Because I was so scared of it, I made sure I put my foot right.
Your boundaries.
I made sure that I'm doing what I need to do. I paid attention. Scared, you panic. So fear drives us. Scared, that's what gets you killed. So this pandemic is a lot of scare tactics. Unvaccinated people against vaccinated people. Okay. Well, Mr. President is up there telling us he's lost his.
I know, he and my daddy.
I will take him out back and slap the. What the hell? You know?
Or else.
So
Are you gonna give
you-
me a spanking?
you get
Are you
vaccinated.
gonna put me in the corner? Like I'm
Careful now. You're
curious.
gonna get fired up. She's gonna
Video on TikTok. You should get a TikTok, by the way.
I do.
Oh,
Redneck Pimp
I'm
101.
gonna have to subscribe. Okay. Okay, so I was doing a footage of of us leaving Afghanistan and having a bunch of the Afghan individuals in the plane, and they're just kind of talking about again how Biden just royally messed. Showed a shot of this, but probably 80-year-old vet, Navy, and he's getting up and he's falling in with the camera, and she was like, dad, like what's wrong, what are you doing? And he goes into his closet and he said, by God, we gotta go.
I see that.
Wow.
They're calling us, it doesn't matter, we gotta go get those people.
I won't go away from this. We'll come back to what you got to go. This is very important. But now you got people talking about active duty military. It happens. They could take all this out. At the point of gun, that's what better do as they're told. The problem with that is they are. My son-in-law, who just got out of the military, I asked him, said, what kind of would you learn from hand to hand? Hand combat. I said, what if you lost your rifle? He said, I guess I better make up something. When I was in, they took a weapon on purpose. And if I got to tear your head off, I'll tear it off. Now today they won't. 1, 2. There's a 1 million active duty military. 12 million who are still of age and can fight. Okay. I think they need to shut their pie hole.
Yeah.
They need to shut up. 2, half of them are going to defect. Half of them are not going to obey the current administration. Okay. Because our oath was to protect all against domestic terrorism. Well, president right now, that you can describe him as being domestic terrorism. So they're going to lose.
Sure.
So they're going to come down. Are they going to point a gun at their own people? How many people on active duty are actually going to point their gun to their brother, sister, dad, mom?
Look how many active have turned their cheeks because of the
So now, and I know we got some good old boys out here that talk crap and probably piss their pants when
I should have.
they'll probably piss their pants who are able to fight, who ain't gonna piss no pants because we're some of us are itching for something
Well,
anyway.
they might even
Okay.
piss their pants while doing it just because of age, but
What's wrong with you? Nothing. Let's go.
don't worry about that smell. It's fine.
Easy. So, everyone's trying to divide us. Like racism. Racism in this country is not as bad as everybody says it is. It's just simply not. One of our hosts on the show, we got two hosts on here that are black. We got a female. One of the hosts on there is a female. And of course, we got things that I have at my disposal: black, Italian, Mexican, old men. So we run a smorgasbord here.
Right.
And I'll tell you, it's not race in this country; it's the government. Me being Indian, I don't trust the government anyway. The government kiss my ass. So they're pushing a lot of this. You don't hear one thing. You hear get vaccinated. You hear do this suicide. The government never preaches suicide in there. Wounded Warrior Foundation and people like that are pimping out suicide prevention. You see a small tag maybe once a week, right? But you'll see get vaccinated every day on every news source. Or somebody did. My cousin was fully vaccinated.
You prepare for a hurricane.
Right.
Get vaccinated.
Yeah. That's ignorant. That's ignorant.
Right there.
That's ignorant. Died about a month ago.
Sorry.
Fully vaccinated. She preached to me all the time. You wear a mask at your shows? You should wear a mask. You know, save your life. Fully vaccinated. She died. No one said that about it. Said, well, she wasn't vaccinated. You suck my ass. She was too.
Second daddy did everything.
No one knows about what's going on in this vaccine. No one knows. It's just it's killing people's immune system.
Health issues that are not being told about.
Right. And they're not going to, but our little organizations like us come in.
Thank you, Richie. And that's that is the that's the difference. Is it has to start from somewhere. I'll go back to that. I said it earlier. Okay, God calls the available. Okay, not the qualified. So many that I can't even keep track right now. I wish I had a list in front of me. I should have, but I don't. The little guy, neighbors, friends, families have been so supportive for this. So
the vendors. Let me tell you. You usually get like $50 to $60 vendor space fee. Okay, you've got 7, probably more vendors. Oh, you've already got. Now you tell me they're not trying to
waiving the lot fees. No table fees, no lot fees.
They're wanting to help.
Absolutely. 10%
by that
the suicide organization.
Right.
After that, it's all pocket.
Right. But they're paying all that money to come out. You know, it's 7 already, and I'm sure you'll have more become. You know, I might show up. I don't know. Like I said, I can't get out. I'd have been there. Hell, I might have brought my portable stage and ran some crew.
Brother, what you're doing right here.
We enjoy helping people out. You know, she's like I said, when she contacted me about it first time. Speaking of Warrior Fest and how big it could get and the people coming through there and stuff. And so she contacted me, and I'm sorry, like I said, sorry it was an obligation, but getting you on here, getting the word out.
Oh, yeah.
And so we got about 2,200 people that watch this show. Matter of fact, so 2,200 people you're saying hi to right now, and you look.
Howdy. I was just going to show up, but I've heard her sing, so I really want to hear that.
Well, she's a very good singer. Again, for everybody who's listening, when she goes on stage.
September 19th, 2021, obviously. Dave Goodwin Memorial Field. Cameron football. 1 p.m. is the registration. The event time is from 2 to 4. Volunteers show up at 11. myself. I'll be starting, doing all the dirt work. Crystal Youngs, she's the lead of all this. Head lady, phenomenal person. She's what kind of motivated this whole thing. Chad Youngs, he was a captain of a firefighter out of Gallatin, Missouri, and came out of the middle of nowhere.
What's his name?
Chad Youngs.
I know some Youngs.
She's a suicide victim, and
that's too bad.
And I tell you, man, like if you don't want to just show up for water and the exercise, just come out and listen to some live music. These guys are good. Blow some bubbles. Bring a picture of a loved one. Post it up there. It's going to be an awesome gathering.
We're gonna have some canopies too for some music. You're more than welcome to. We're definitely gonna make sure there's some shade provided too.
If you have this information I'm about to ask you, please share. What kind of
vendor he's supposed to show up? The shaved ice, the Foley's, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think they're normally in your parking lot. We got some suicide. Come some cups and T-shirts that are being made. Let's see here. A few other little vendors. Jams, jerky, little things here and there.
Everybody loves jerky.
Yeah. It's going to be kind of a miscellaneous. So.
Well, there you go, guys. If we just tuned in, we got a little bit left in the show. Miss Fox, I'm not very good with first name, but better known as lead singer from Rosa Rich Case. Whiskey's My Battleship. Battleship Whiskey. Damn it!
No, we actually we haven't been performing parts. So my main focus has just been with my original band that I've been with for 7 years. So we're doing strong. We perform we ever have in the last 5. That just goes to tell you that more and more people are definitely noticing our band.
Nice.
She's getting better throughout the year.
No,
she's Christina Fox Instagram page. Is that right?
You're out on TikTok. What's your TikTok?
My TikTok is Christina Fox.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Christina Fox, yeah. Well, like you said, you guys already know about mine, but I'll give you mine. Redneck Pimp 101. I'm on there. I've been on it very long. I don't post a lot of stuff. I don't know how you run the damn thing. I mean, why don't you stitch me?
I don't know how to
stitch you. I don't know how to sew. Stitch. I don't know how to sew. What yeah, I watch them make fun of things. It's funny. Why don't you do that? I can't sing. No, you get on. Try to do it where you get on there, you get side by side. But yeah, I don't know nothing about it. I finally figured it out.
Trying to do one.
You have some personal. Are you singing any of that?
No.
No. Okay, just checking.
No. We're all doing all rock and roll.
One event we got coming up here. Real quick, September 25th at 5 p.m. at the Cameron Community Building here in Cameron, Missouri, on Ashland Drive. Dreamcatchers. Dreamcatcher, they have horse veterans utilize this, so that's why I'm behind it. You come out and ride a horse. It helps you with your PTSD and
horse therapy.
Horse therapy.
This is the president of it now.
I'm gonna. Well, got the chili cook-off that I'm gonna win on this. So I'm in that. Wait a minute. What do you mean?
Yeah. You win it by cooking it, right?
Oh.
Okay.
I have to watch cooking. But I'm going to be there. My main role is I'm going to be the auctioneer for this, and they got a lot of things going on there. I'm going to be the featured auctioneer at this year's event and win the cook-off at the same time. I'm a multi-talented guy. So we got that coming up on 5 p.m. Adults, $8, ages 4 to 12 years, $5, 3 and under for free. First one, so I don't know. I'm going to talk to Travis about this deal. So this sounds suspect. Okay. but be like, oh, you guys can lay back down now. I don't need you.
She said you're funny. I didn't know. Now sitting here, I understand why. You got some jokes, bro.
Storytelling jokes.
2002.
And it said they got the chili soup for those that can't do chili. Wait a minute.
Cheaters.
The 3-year-olds, they can't.
Okay,
do chili.
okay. Yeah,
That makes sense.
You got popsicles for those you can't handle my chili. Eat them too. 'Cause my pucker. Okay.
Tucker.
Yeah, so when you eat it, you're gonna understand.
Tucker or
Well,
just-
either make your butt pucker or go. That's right. So
Spicy coming up yet.
we got a game that I think is got the funniest name of all games in the world. 8 and under, they got a cornhole.
That's our-
I wrote hundreds of jokes about the term cornhole. Like when Hillary was running for president, cornhole at the caucus. Those are two funniest names in politics. Caucus. And she's caucus a lot in her day. As far as the uterus ain't fell out, how much caucus she,
I mean,
how much
well,
caucus she's
that
ever did.
and the boobs going back. I mean, I can
That's
see
true.
it.
Yeah.
I read a song called White Girl Wasted, and she was the headliner. So
Yeah. You got coloring.
Yeah.
Well, this sounds like for Nancy Pelosi. Got cornholing,
Is this-
coloring, petting zoos, alpacas, face painting, and more. Okay. I wonder if I can paint my face.
I know.
I got the traditional native
So,
way to do
let's
mine.
do that.
Y'all see the way I do mine? It's cool shit.
paint a
was
flag
it?
on it.
Plus even more live auction of fine items and baked goods. Oh, I ain't auction no damn baked goods. I'm eating them somebody. You bet that's happening. With a live auctioneer, which would be me. Dreamcatcher T-shirts available for purchase. Comedian,
Oh.
music and fun. Plus, we will have a door prizes. You're gonna need a door prize if you didn't hear my comedian. So, it's family friendly though, just so you all know that's coming. It is family friendly. I got some family friendly stuff. I do a lot of cartoon impressions and stuff and tell you about the.
Tell you what,
You know.
that organization, they've had a struggle, but they're every bit is a donation. I mean,
And it's
they
every bit
run
of
on-
effective. I mean, animal therapy is a lot of research. A lot of people don't know about animals, but animal therapy is coming up because some people just talk to animals and talk to a human. And some of the humans I met, I don't want to talk to me; they want to slap them. But and there's something to it. I love dogs. I've always had dogs around me. My whole dog life, I've always had a dog somewhere. I've had some great ones. I've had some ones like.
I tell you, these volunteers at show, they don't get enough credit. And I
Right.
know for a fact, as I used to break and train some of these horses out there.
Yeah.
These guys are taking time out of their life to make sure these animals are safe for people to be utilizing. So
Yeah.
anything will help. Seriously.
One of my favorite actors growing up that actually who committed suicide, Robin Williams. I actually ran across an impersonator off of TikTok. Looks just like him, talks just like him,
Wow.
does all the reenactment just like him. And I'm literally in heaven now. I'm like, I have my own life. And so I definitely I was excited to see that because his
He's funny,
messages
dude.
in general, like
Yeah.
he just is a great
Inspirational.
Well, here's a
Inspirational.
trivia question. Well, it's about one of his movies. What was the name of Mrs. Doubtfire's character? What was her first name?
He's funny.
Which is a great movie, by the way.
Got me.
Eugenia. Did you know you do it for your dear?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
When I tell you I do 70 different impressions, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Family, I do about 25. Because I make fun of them. I got Aunt Debbie who talks exactly like this. Hey, hon. You hungry, hon? Only when you make it. That's not very nice, hon. What I did right there is extremely hard to do. Come out of you go in two voices at one time. Okay, it's hard to do. I'm gonna do three voices. I'm gonna come out of one and one and one. Okay, all right. I'm gonna Donald Duck and Sean Connery.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna hit all three of them.
All
All right, this is live. I've never for stage.
Take a breath. Take your time.
I'm so tired, sick and tired of the Democrats today. They all suck. Huge amount of. Shut up! Shut up! I will not shut up. No, I won't. You shut up. You shut up. Give me the tea. Who got tea? I can have some tea. Tea. How do you like your tea? Hey, Sean Connery, how you like your tea? There you go.
That was good.
Nice.
There you go. But I want to work on that about 3 days. Industry, it's unheard of. A guy could do it.
Sean Connery improved your looks.
Well, no, he was the best James Bond ever. Yeah.
Well, that's it.
I can do one of my favorite ones to do is Red Fox. You know, behind every dummy, there's a dummy. I talk to my wife like that stuff. My wife's entertained all the freaking time. I just couldn't. I could do.
I'm going to bless the earth with my portrait.
I do Irish dialect. I do Mexican. I do Arabian voices. I do Hulk Hogan. Well, you know something mean, Gene.
That's good.
But yeah, I do.
How crazy.
I do Pat Mahomes. That's one people love the best. He's hard to do. You know, Andy Reid and I, we've been playing now for a long time, and my job to throw the football down the field. I throw to Travis Kelce. I throw to Tyreek Hill. I give it to running back. Touchdown, Super Bowl.
Touchdown! That's awesome.
That was good. That was good. Like that.
Best could be in 5 straight months in a row. Never
Where's
been
your
done.
review page?
What's that?
Where's your review page?
I don't get one.
Oh.
You don't need one. He's that good.
I make my own review page. But a lot of people don't like my
Where
name.
he's going, he doesn't need a review page.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like my name because redneck pimp. They get
Hey, you know.
miss people. But pimp's not a bad thing. It means person in management position. And I am redneck. I can't get around that. I'm redneck. So I do a lot of stuff for churches and stuff because I got church jokes too. And I do churches, they just call me Richie King. You know, I got my around. But I'll give you the cloth, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Serve
All right.
the Lord.
Which one do I want to go to? Oh yeah. I don't know if I gave you this one or not. I gave one the other night.
Balling, just rolling my tears. Just
I'll
laughter.
probably do the same one, but you ain't heard it, so he's heard about it. You anyway. He said, "Dad, I want to talk about the use of the car." Dad said, "Well, let's have a conversation." I said, "Okay." He said, "You got long hair. You need to get a haircut." Okay. He said, "You need to read your Bible more. You're not very." They left. A month later, they came back. Son says, "Hey, Dad, I want to talk to you again about the use of the car." Dad says, "Well, in a month, very well. Bro, I seen you've been reading that Bible. Very well." He said, "But I noticed you ain't got a haircut. You still got the long hair." And Moses had long hair, and Jesus had long hair. Dad said, "Yeah." And they walked everywhere they went.
Love it. That was the one he told me. I was rolling.
Here's what I didn't tell you. On the planet.
Me.
Normally people say me, but no, not even close.
No.
Not Mike Tyson. No. Nobody. He had over 700 concubines, right?
Did.
No wonder he took off the fish for a week. I had a minister hit his knees. That's hilarious. He said, "That's a little edgy, but he says Christian.
It's good.
It's Christian."
It's good.
Anytime, no wonder he hunts for a week at a time, you know. But I better
I
stop.
appreciate your time.
Get with. But guys, we're running a little bit past, but I told you I was going to run a little bit past today. Here are some extraordinary people. They're raising money out of the, I ain't going to be in that because it has the word walk in it. So it pretty well eliminates me. But Out of Darkness Walk, raising money for suicide prevention in the United States. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible pandemic, one we all need to be more focused on. You know, this time, because of this man-made drama pandemic going on, the suicide rate in this country is 125 veterans commit suicide. The teenage suicide rate is off the charts too. 12 teens commit So every day, bounce that off your head a minute. 12 teens every day. It's hard to be a teenager.
I have a 13-year-old.
It's it. You want to so bad do adult things, but you're still kind of silly, like a kid, and your body's going through all these changes, and you just don't know. And fitting in. I mean, you got schools teaching you one way to believe. You got your parents teach how to believe and how to act, and that pulls on people. Okay, I mean, when I was raising my kids, I wasn't their okay. Worst thing we do as parents is try to be our children's friend, because they'll get away with more, and pretty soon you're a teenager. See how that crap. I'm not saying abuse them at all. No, don't be abusive. There's other.
Absolutely.
Right.
You discipline, then you say why you discipline with love.
That's right. Only throw a punch on Thursdays. But there's just so many things we need to be better. This needs to be better. It needs to step. So you got to take. I know a lot of people question where money goes. That's a big question I get all the time too. There's no money going nowhere. Money's going where it says going. There's no pockets being lined. Help another person, veteran, regular person, teenager, whatever. Help them. Understand.
And keep that. Myself and Crystal and Courtney and so many other volunteers, and this young lady here, yourself. We're not getting paid out of our pocketbooks to let people know that you matter.
Yeah,
that we can make a difference.
We're giving love gift behind the scenes. A lot of things people don't know to put on these events. If someone ever has a question of what it takes to put on an event, come with me. Next time to get the right amount of tables, the right comedians, lined up, because not all comedians can perform. I got comedians just do adult, so we need that. We need to have space. You need to have all the equipment, the funds, the gas to get these venues. There's a lot that goes into this, guys. When these people ask you for your help, hey, a kind word is great, but right now we need a little bit more than a kind word. We need action. Whether it's finding someone who has suicide, who's dealt with it.
And I need people to blow bubbles. About 300 bubble wands.
I need people to blow bubbles. Now, as soon as they start showing up, you get a 6-pack of kids out there, they'll blow the hell out of the bubbles. Okay?
Busy or hours.
They got a little machine. My wife bought 4 of them. My wife bought 4 of them, and they're excellent. They just keep going to kids.
We don't upset any farmers, but to make it nice and fun and easy and personal, and bubble wands.
Too nice of a guy.
If you guys go to our my band's page, Rosenbridge KC, we actually have a flyer out there too. If you click on it, all donations go to the American Foundation Suicide Prevention, as well as on my own personal Facebook page. Go Christina Fon there. There's a link too.
Also, you guys, I want you to post this on our groups here. We got the HQ group has a little girl. She do some hands and some feet. She died of cancer. She's a little warrior. Her name was Lee also. Both things are both Leah's. But I want you guys go on there, post on that. Feel free, it's a group. You post on that. If you're not a member, hit me up in a group called Redneck Pimp Club. It's a Facebook group. Go on there and post on that as well. If you're not a member, hit me up. I'll make you a member on that. And you guys can get a couple hundred people to 75 to a couple hundred people. Look at both these groups, and they're active. They're pretty active people. Watch it. So go ahead and post the groups. You can find it on the webpage on there. Rosenbridge KC's page, his page. Eldridge. Get on there. Come on out.
Open to the public.
Come on, that's on a Sunday. Why Sunday?
On Saturday, I didn't want to affect the church hours, so Crystal and I decided that we'll do it after church hours.
You do realize
Oh yes.
in football took over Sundays.
Well, I mean,
Well,
there's also phones with apps and earphones.
thank you. And
Yeah.
DVR.
That
Thing,
still ain't the same.
you know, I love the Chiefs. Like I do, and I love football. I love sports. But man, this is
Why
the
did-
reason why, because I'm a living testimony of it. A lot of people don't know that. I mean, I spent 3 hours with a 40 caliber on my mouth. Selfish. I don't have a mental illness, but I went through some trauma.
Well, those of you know me out there know what I'm about to say. But I'm also hard on it. I think it's cowardly.
Sure.
I think it's selfish. I think it's crap.
Right.
Somebody did not do it either.
Hasn't
I
been
fight for it all I want. But it is absolutely selfish because it does nothing but hurt your family.
I have my daughter is 7.
Mhm.
You know, dealing with grief. I was going through a lot of things at the time, but I tell you, I should have done it, and it even just get to that point. But I tell you, I had a good man of the faith. That took one person to come find me, get out of her car, give me a hug, and say, "I love you, Tristan."
Just giving his testimony there. And listen, what he's saying to you, he's not counterfeit. It's in the blood in his family because his brother Travis here several times on Low Entertainment is also a very religious man. His wife, they visit the church. I say visit because somebody's a heathen in here. Probably needs to go. So this is in their blood. This is not counterfeit crap we're talking to you here. If you're spiritual or not, so they must have had some good upbringing. You know, somebody somewhere did something right in their past.
But I tell you what, she redid a version of Hillsong Oceans, and I tell you what,
You realize I have no idea what the hell it is.
Worship song for anyone that's heard Oceans by Hillsong, redid it. Best I've ever heard. Have you heard anything?
I've actually been learning to play it on the keyboard.
Good song. God's working on this one.
I feel.
You stick to the jokes, I'll stick to God.
Yeah, I don't
or
know.
She'll stick to singing. We got this. We got this.
Because I don't know what you're talking
Thank you, veterans. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, what I do, I will light a fire. Me being Native American,
Plant
I got a prayer ritual, and it's time for me to have another one anyway. So what I do, our ritual fire, and I'll sit and I'll paint up, and then I'll sit around there and I'll just offer the prayer. The Great Spirit to that in. I don't go to a brick and mortar church, but I do. I'm actually everybody knows me. I'm very spiritual man, and I pray my own way. We went past, and I told you we was gonna do it, but I want to close this out. Couple of good friends here with me right now. Christina, she don't need no damn introduction anywhere in the civilized world. The girl could sing. If I was drunk, I'd call her something else, but she'd probably punch me back. I said that B can sing, but I won't say that. But Rosenbridge Casey, you can find them all over. Problem is, but anyway.
I could do a preview if you guys want.
Let's hear it. We got to hear it.
What do you guys want?
Bro. We got to.
If you guys want to hear her sing, she's gonna sing for a minute. But November 6th, found out just a while ago. Breaking news, and she sent me a clip of the national anthem that one other time she was going to do a show for us in Chillicothe, but it didn't work out that way. But she sent me a clip. She did a real good job for us at Tub Creek Event Center, 5:30 on the nose, gentlemen. If you walk in late, you can walk in her singing. She's gonna be there praying at night. Okay, raising money for suicide amongst the veterans. Check out Out of the Darkness Walk. I'd rather spend 3 hours talking to you on the phone, drinking beer with you, playing dominoes with you. It's been 30 minutes. You know how I feel. Everyone here at W Entertainment feels the same way. If you don't take a temporary problem or temporary solution to the problem. Hear about you. You now have 2 more people who fighting for you. Hey, I'm pretty sure if you call any of these 2 people, well, they'll talk to you. Pill bottle. I got that knife. And you know how I feel. Redneck pimp. I've been all over this great country. You're not worthless. No one is worthless except child molesters. You're worthless. Get the hell out of here. But you're not worthless. We love you guys. If I have the opportunity to make you laugh, tell you jokes, whatever, stay around. You go every day. Stack the days. Stack the
So
days.
young. Don't forget about it. So she's a widower.
Yeah.
She wrote a book.
See, you got people.
Huge.
You got people here right now that are affected by it. Have seen the effects of it.
Absolutely.
You know me. So without further ado, I'm going to let her sing a minute. But I'm Redneck Pimp. You know, and as I say in my native language, Dona Dog Ahoy. Now,
Do you guys want to hear the anthem, or you want to hear Amazing Grace? Great story. No, I'm good. Amazing grace, the sound that had saved a wretch. I once was lost, but now was blind, but now I see. There you go.
you guys take care of yourselves. Redneck Pimp, I'm out.